several artists in our Loft Experience evening, and I'm here with Tracy
Watson.
Watson. How are you tonight?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good. And you have a book here.
I do.
And tell
It's
us about it.
it's Be Seduced: The Cheeky Guide to Being Happily Single, which I wrote in response to one train wreck too many, and turned it from a train wreck into a completely transformational experience.
Okay. When you say train wreck, I think I kind of have an idea. You're going to read a little bit from there?
I am going to read a little bit, and you'll get a sense of what I'm talking about when I do.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is from the chapter on Be Successful. When I was a daydreamy girl, I had very clear ideas about what success meant, but not so clear ideas about how I would achieve it. I stumbled, I fell, I faked it until I made it. Yet in spite of the many cool things I accomplished, I remained haunted by what I hadn't, by the sense that I wasn't really successful. For a time, I surrogated helping other people realize their dreams for my own fulfillment. As a career counselor, I was well paid and beloved by my clients and director, but inside I knew I was a fraud. Here I was, designing and leading workshops on self-actualization, all the while constantly doubting my own abilities and purpose. I revisited my childhood dreams to see what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And what I wanted most was to live abroad and to be successful as a writer. So I made a vow to complete my first novel, which I did, and I applied for a study abroad scholarship, which I won. When I returned from the program, which was everything I had hoped for at times 10, I rode a wave of immense personal satisfaction for about a year. And then once again, I found myself waiting in those old feelings of what have I done with my life? Who will remember me when I'm gone? What have I done to make the world a better place? When will I really be truly successful? Why was it that no matter how much I accomplished, no matter how great the odds I triumphed over, I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't enough? If what I said in my workshops was true, and I really believed it was, each of us is born enough. So what was I still trying to prove, and to whom?
Ooh, interesting. Now I get it. But you actually won a scholarship, right? Is that all true?
I did. And what I'm talking about in that chapter and successive chapters is being able to really see how grand and how beautiful and magnificent our lives are. But to do that, we have to see those things are always there. And that's what I'm touching on when I end on that point of we were born enough. We're actually born more than enough. But I learned that what I had to do was stop looking for external ideas and ideals and start realizing what I defined as success was about being fulfilled within myself. And that had nothing to do with anything outside of me.
So someone else could be able to relate to what you're saying. This isn't an isolated situation. Is that why you wrote it?
Not at all. In fact, because I was a career counselor, I got to hear a lot of people's experiences, the struggles and challenges. A lot of times what happens in work is a reflection of what's happening inside that person, what's happening in every other area of their life. So their feelings of being worthless sometimes or feeling not good enough really stemmed from not so much about what they did at their job or how much they made, but how they measured their own worth and their identity or didn't. So I actually based this on not just my experience, but many, many, many experiences of women that I counseled, women that I was sisters with, women in my groups and my clubs, women in my family who have kind of, I guess, sort of a common bond in that we tend to equate success with validation from outside of ourselves. And in my book, I talk about the ways that we can every day build a habit of validating and honoring and cherishing ourselves.
Interesting. So, if anyone wanted to know more about Be Seduced, tell us how to get in touch with you.
Oh, please. Yeah, thank you. Well, the book is selling on barnesandnoble.com, so please check me out there. You can just put in the search Be Seduced and you'll bring up the book. Also, you can find me on my website, which is ourworldbooks.net. That's ourworldbooks.net. And you'll see my blog. You'll see where it's selling locally. It's selling at local bookstores. You'll see a lot of events that we're doing, the partnerships with other nonprofits, women's organizations that we support, causes that we believe in. So, yeah, please check us out.
I'm so glad you stopped by. I happened to meet her on the corner on Lakeshore. You have to sell your books wherever, and that was wonderful.
Hey, I am not too proud to sell. As my motto is, I will write for money. So it's like you know, I mean, I just want to get it out there because I've gotten such great feedback from people telling me that they love that book. They give it to their friends, they give it to their sisters, and so that's who I wrote it for. I wrote it for everybody out there who's looking for the one, to show them how to be the one.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight, and I'm glad you had a chance to talk to us here at the Loft Experience. And just stay close, too.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back.